And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Washington Wrestle Talk podcast. I am your host, Mike, of course, also known as the Outcast Oddity. Before I get into my guest this evening, I'll be calling her in about, about 10 or 15 minutes from now. My guest tonight will be Vanessa Vilano. But let's get into some of the news from the past week. Of course, we do have to report that there has been another loss in the professional wrestling community on September 20th, but it was just announced either yesterday or today. Rick Bogner, who a lot of longtime fans may remember him as the fake Razor Ramon, back in the mid 90s with, Glenn Jacobs, of course, most of you know as now the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, and also as Kane. But Rick Bogner unexpectedly passed away on the 20th of September at the age of 49. Now, his biggest success came in Japan when he was known as Big Titan. He did have a spell in ECW back when ECW was the hot thing. But he was more known in Japan, in FMW, Big Japan, Wrestling, or Wing, as it was known as. But Rick's brother posted on Rick's Facebook page just the other day that, in fact, he did pass away. So that's another one that we have lost this year. It seems it's happening, more and more now as the years go by. Of course, this week is a big week for professional wrestling. Tomorrow night is the season premiere of Monday Night Raw, and already announced they're going to have AJ Styles defend the U.S. title against Cedric Alexander. Miz TV will have not one but two guests as Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair appear on Miz TV. And then, of course, you have your normal, God knows what matches are going to show up. And then Wednesday night is the big night. AEW Dynamite premieres on TNT. And also, NXT officially moves to USA Network this Wednesday as well. So we're going to have a little head-to-head matchup, and we'll see how long it lasts. And then, of course, Friday is the 20th anniversary and season premiere of Smackdown as it moves to the Fox network. So already announced is Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens in a ladder match. The loser of that match is gone from WWE, just in storyline, possibly. Also announced, it was announced that reportedly John Hennigan had signed a contract with to return to WWE. Going to be false, as PW Insider has been known to throw out little tidbits like that, and Hennigan himself took to Twitter and said, "Thanks for the heads up, at PW Insider. Let me know if I sign with AEW or ROH." And also, CM Punk may be on his way back to WWE, as just very recently did a screen test for WWE's new show on FS1. It should be noted that Rey Mysterio and Paige also did screen test. They will be co-hosting it with Renee Young. Now, the announce teams for Raw, SmackDown are being changed quite a bit. On the Raw side, gone are Michael Cole, Renee Young, and Corey Graves, and replacing them will be Vic Joseph and Dio Madden. Dio Madden is Brennan Williams. He's a developmental wrestler, but he's been doing commentary on 205 Live as of late. Now, Vic Joseph, some of you may know him from, may have known him from NXT UK or 205 Live, but Vic Joseph and Dio Madden are now the new voices of Raw, along with the returning Jerry the King Lawler. So that should be a bit interesting. Whereas the SmackDown side, Michael Cole returns to SmackDown after many years, alongside Corey Graves. Renee Young, I guess, is being phased out to be, host of this new show on FS1. Now, also, that leads the question: where do Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton go? Because NXT is going to keep the group of Mauro Ranallo, Nigel McGuinness, and Beth Phoenix. So, where that leads with Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton is unknown. So we'll watch out for that. Now, it's a bit chilly here in Washington, this evening. We're the only place that that can go from being in the mid-60s, low 70s one day to about 48, 49 in the span of 24 hours. So it's a chilly one today. In fact, it's unbelievable. Oh, let's see. 48 and light rain showers right now in Vancouver, Washington, where we live. But getting back to the original subject, I will be joined here in about 5 minutes or so by Vanessa Vilano. We've been trying to get her, we've been trying to work out to where she can come on to the show. We were going to try it Thursday. Thursday didn't work. We were going to try it Friday. Then Friday didn't work for her. Then, of course, yesterday I didn't do absolutely nothing but sleep. Because as I told Mark, and of course I got to say hi to my Outcast family of Mark, Chloe, Delight, Kat, and Sarah. Love you guys, even though I've only met 3 of you. I hope to meet the rest of you very, very soon. By the way, as I told Mark, it's just been a hit and miss thing. We agree to do it, and then something comes up, and it just is what it is. But tonight is the night that we finally have Vanessa Vilano on the show. Now, don't forget to get your sponsorships in for the big catfight event on November 13th, as Brutal Beauty's Catfight League presents from Van Nuys, California at Hit the Mat Gym, a double header. You have Daisy Ducati squaring off against London River, and then, of course, you'll have the Outcast's own Queen Sarah taking on the legendary, iconic Ariel X. Now, keep your ears tuned to the show, because we are planning a big, big surprise here in the very, very near future with the upcoming fights. And of course, Sweet Fights is having an event on October 5th, a little over a week from now. And our own Sarah is going to be on there, at their event. So, and they haven't really been promoting it per se. Haven't seen much of anything on it, but hey, but if you can get it promoted on here, if I can promote it for you, hey, free press, right? Free press is the best press. So, let's see. I'm just gonna shoot our guest a little text message here. See if I can. Oops. Nope. Don't want that. Ah, here we are. Sorry, it's... Ow! I hate when that happens. I go to do a spell check on this thing, and it closes out. The right number. Okay, so I just sent our guest a text message, so I will be calling here in a couple minutes. I just had to double check I got the right phone number, because God only knows. I mean, it's happened before. I've gotten the wrong, I've gotten the number, and okay. All right, so yeah, I will be calling her in a couple of minutes here. And don't forget, guys, if there's something that you want me to ask our guest tonight, go ahead and email us your questions at WashingtonWrestleTalk@gmail.com. I will read your questions to my guest on the air. As you know, I do that for all my guests. So, she said 7:15. It's about 7:14 now. I'm a little sleepy here, but it's been a long weekend. It was a long week for me, actually, at work. My real work, between flu shots and shingle shots and jump shots and slam dunk shots and all those shots, whiskey shots, Jello shots. You name the shot, we probably did it at my store. With the exception of the whiskey shots and the Jello shots. They would kind of frown upon that. But now I did hear a bit of a rumbling today about a certain event that happened in December. I'm going to have to get a couple of people on the show to confirm this. I don't want to say anything unless you've seen it on Twitter already. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at R Product. And you can also go to my website, WashingtonWrestleTalk.com. And let's see here. We're going to give our guest a call. Shall we? Call. Speakerphone. See if we can get her on. I hope I got speaker on this time. Hello. Welcome to the Washington Wrestle Talk podcast. I'm doing pretty damn good. How you doing?
This is a 24-hour sauna, so I stay here and I get rejuvenated, and it's a great place to stop because it only costs like $30 and you get 24 hours. But I mean, obviously, I spend more on food and some of the services, but I recommend it. I want to get some other wrestlers to come here with me.
Now, are you based in Atlanta?
I'm from Atlanta. I grew up in Atlanta. I have family in Atlanta. But I have lived in Jacksonville, Florida for 5.5 years.
I actually was just in Atlanta back in March.
Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of changes. Atlanta always is updating itself. So I'm from the Roswell, Alpharetta area, so they've added a lot in Alpharetta. I went to a concert last night, and it was a free concert,